From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Saturday, March 26, 2016. Silver is trading at $15.20 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,217 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $424. Antiwar.com reports while there have been rumblings since December about Britain sending ground troops into Libya, the Cameron government has repeatedly denied any deployments and indeed insists there was no planning to do so. A newly leaked memo shows those denials were a lie and that Britain has had SAS special forces operating on the ground in Libya since at least early January when Jordan's King Abdullah briefed U.S. congressmen on the matter. King Abdullah told them that UK special forces had needed help from the Jordanian military in translating certain aspects of Libyan Arabic, noting that Jordanian slang is very similar to the Libyan variety. He said Jordanian troops would embed with the SAS forces. British officials refused to comment on the leak, though U.S. Senate officials confirmed the meeting that served the underpinning for the memo. They did, however, refuse to confirm the content as the memo was supposed to be secret. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports former Corinthian Colleges students left with education loans after the private college chain abruptly shut its doors last year can have their loans forgiven, according to the U.S. Department of Education. On Friday, the U.S. Department of Education said former students from 2010 to 2014 at 91 Everest and Wyotech college campuses in 20 states have a clear path to loan forgiveness under evidence discovered by the department while working with the multiple state attorneys general. Former students must apply through the Department of Education. An estimated 350,000 students took out student loans to finance an education through one of the Corinthian colleges. Joseph A. Smith, the department's special master for borrowers' defense claims, said the department has already approved loan discharges for more than 8,800 former Corinthian students nationwide, totaling more than $130 million. The news from the department comes just days after a California State Superior Court judge issued a $1.1 billion judgment against the college chain. It's unlikely, however, that students will see any money from the school. The school shut its doors in April 2015 and filed bankruptcy a month later. In addition to leaving students in the lurch, officials said the school misrepresented its job placement rates and its affiliation with the U.S. military. You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and numerous supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. Reuters reports a federal judge on Friday struck down an Alabama law that required abortion providers to have admitting privileges at local hospitals. The ruling comes amid a wave of new abortion laws in states where conservatives are aiming to chip away at the U.S. Supreme Court's landmark 1973 Roe v. Wade decision that legalized abortion nationwide. U.S. District Judge Myron Thompson in Alabama issued the 53-page ruling, saying the provisions in the state's so-called Women's Health and Safety Act would effectively close the abortion clinics in Alabama's three largest cities, Montgomery, Mobile, and Birmingham. Thompson wrote the staff privileges requirement would make it impossible for a woman to obtain an abortion in much of the state. It is certain that thousands of women per year, approximately 40% of those seeking abortions in the state, would be unduly burdened. Representatives for the Alabama Attorney General's office could not be immediately reached for comment on Friday. Susan Watson, executive director of the American Civil Liberties Union of Alabama, applauded the order. She said in an interview, "This ruling protects Alabama women and ensures access to a safe and legal abortion." She added that similar laws being pushed in other states appeared to be a concerted effort nationwide to scale back abortion rights. A comparable provision to Alabama's was part of a law signed in Florida by Republican Governor Rick Scott on Friday, and the U.S. Supreme Court is considering a challenge to an abortion law in Texas, where several clinics have closed due to new restrictions. This has been FPP Radio News. Online at fppradio.com.